The golden hamster, often known as the Syrian hamster, is one of the most popular small pet choices. It's often easy to tame, entertaining to watch, and low maintenance, making it a wonderful first pet. These hamsters are native to northern Syria and southern Turkey, where they live in dry regions. Most Syrian hamsters are golden brown in color with a paler belly. However, selective breeding has resulted in a wide range of color, pattern, and hair length differences. Their population is deemed threatened in the wild because of habitat loss. However, captive breeding programs have been in place since the 1930s, both for scientific research and for the pet trade. Because of their popularity as pets, Syrian hamster foods are readily available in most pet stores, making feeding them a simple part of their maintenance. Plus, their habitat is easy to put up and maintain and doesn't take up a lot of space. Syrian hamsters have a negative reputation for being aggressive pets. However, infrequent or inappropriate handling is frequently the cause of this characteristic. As long as you don't squeeze or jolt your hamster when you are holding or handling it. Because these hamsters are among the most solitary animals in the wild, they are also among the most territorial. As pets, this implies they should always be kept alone. Young hamsters will sometimes tolerate cage mates for a short period of time. However, as they grow older, they're likely to become more violent, even fighting to the death. It's also a good idea to keep any other pets in the house away from your hamster so they don't get hurt. Syrian hamsters are active at night and sleep during the day. While they are normally peaceful pets, if you keep their enclosure in your bedroom, their midnight activities may keep you awake. Although some hamsters can adjust to their caretaker's schedules, you should never pick up a sleeping hamster. It's likely to bite you. Instead, get up early in the morning or late at night to socialize with your hamster. Syrian hamsters do not always create a strong bond with their owners as pets. If you're there, they'll often come up to the edge of their enclosure and like relaxing in your hands or on your shoulder. Feeding and maintaining your hamster's habitat will take a few hours every week. Then, to keep your hamster tamed, make sure you set aside some time each day to handle it. Feed your Syrian hamster a diet rich in nuts, grains, and seeds, as well as fruits and vegetables like apples, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, and pears. This is often what's in commercial food blends. Because Syrian hamsters are omnivores, they consume both plants and animals. Throw in a hard-boiled egg or a feeder insect to boost their protein. Supplemental meals shouldn't make up more than 10% of the hamster's overall diet if you're using a commercial food blend. However, because the amount and type of food to feed differs based on age and size, remember to also consult your veterinarian for the recommended quantity for your hamster. Keep a bowl of food in the enclosure at all times and discard any food that hasn't been eaten after 24 hours. Hamsters prefer to graze, collecting food in their cheek pouches and conserving it for later use. Your hamster may even wake up several times a day to eat before returning to sleep. When feeding fresh meals to your hamster, it's ideal to do so in the evening when it's waking up from its sleep and ready to eat. Also, make sure your hamster has access to fresh water on a daily basis. Many hamsters' owners prefer their hamsters to drink from water bottles since they are simple to clean. But until your hamster learns to drink from the bottle, you can use a shallow dish for water. Include a number of hamster toys in the enclosure for enrichment. An exercise wheel with a solid surface, rather than bars, is excellent since it reduces the danger of injury. Other alternatives include concealing and climbing tunnels and bridges, as well as oral hygiene wooden chew blocks. In a corner of the enclosure, place a nest or sleeping hut. Pet stores usually have various items. Add a couple of inches of bedding to the bottom of the enclosure. Products made of paper or aspen are recommended. The strong smell of cedar or pine bedding might be hazardous to a hamster. Every day, scoop out any moist patches in the bedding. Also, change all of the bedding on a weekly basis while cleaning the enclosure with soap and water. It's best to provide a Syrian hamster as big an enclosure as you can, as this will be its major exercise area. The cage should be at least a foot tall and 1 foot by 2 feet in size. A minimum of 450 square inches of floor space would be good. The bigger the cage, the better. In general, you can choose between a wire-topped cage with a plastic base or a normal glass or plastic aquarium with a tight-fitting mesh top. The wire cages allow for more airflow while providing less protection from drafts. Syrian hamsters are tough little creatures. The most common health issue affecting hamsters is wet tail, which is a gastrointestinal infection caused by stress and bacteria growth. Lethargy, diarrhea, a lack of appetite, and moisture around the tail area are all symptoms. Take your hamster to the vet right away if you suspect an infection. If left untreated, this problem can be fatal, but antibiotics can effectively treat it. Fur and ear mites can also infect hamsters, especially in unclean environments. You may experience itching and areas of fur loss if your hamster has mites. If this is the case, seek care from your veterinarian as soon as possible. Furthermore, enlarged teeth in some hamsters might make eating difficult. You may notice that your hamster's teeth are longer than usual and that it is losing weight. A veterinarian can trim the hamster's teeth and suggest measures to keep it healthy, such as introducing additional chewable things to the habitat. In most countries, hamsters are legal, though some landlords may have restrictions. Before getting an animal, be sure you understand the rules in your area. A Syrian hamster can be purchased from a pet store, but a reputable breeder or rescue group is the best alternative. Breeders and rescues that care for their animals well should be able to provide you with detailed information on the animal's origins and health history. It's best to observe the seller's animals while they're alive before choosing a hamster. So, inquire as to what the optimum time to meet with the seller is. By presenting an attractive reward, the vendor may be able to wake up their hamsters so you can choose one. A healthy hamster will be energetic and curious. Its fur should be tidy, its droppings well formed, and its eyes should be bright and clear. A filthy bottom and hard breathing are red flags. For more content, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.